Anyway.
Yeah, so it's all happening.
Why is he on this?
Do you know what? I don't know. It's a combination of things, right? One, he's always moaning. And you know he's just got someone moaning at you, just wears you down for like months, constantly. I used to have the Brew, and it's the best podcast on here, and I want to be, but easily. And I want to be on it, and everyone talks about it all the time, and everyone stops me in the street and says, oh, United 91 was the greatest achievement in the history of association football.
Did you get that last week?
Yeah, I got that. I did a uni talk, because, you know.
Love that.
Yeah, because you're who?
Hang on, who's talking to you, Joe? Shut the fuck up.
So
talking
rude.
to Jay.
So can we just get a word in
Fuck
edgeways?
me, Joe.
Do you know what I mean?
Go on,
so rude. Anyway, I gave a talk at the, the 92 uni. I talk about journalism and podcasting and what we do. And the first question is a question to the students.
Don't tell me, come on.
Right, okay. And the first question was, why was 1991 the greatest achievement?
Did it throw you?
First question is, why are you here?
Yeah.
That was the first question.
It's that sort of thing that doesn't get you invited onto this podcast.
I didn't get invited, you asked me.
I didn't get invited.
You said, we need you. There wasn't an invitation.
You know what I don't mind about this?
There was no option.
Right? We know him. We're mates. Yeah. You've done this with people we don't know when they've been guests. And it's been so awkward for me. Well, you sat down and you thought, can't be bothered making small talk. I'm just going to chat to Jay for an hour. And I'm like, trying to involve him in the conversation.
Doing it.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter as much.
Stick on going. It's a great act, that.
Yeah. It's not. It's what he does. So yeah, it was good stuff, and it did throw me a little bit because I wasn't expecting it. Because when he was smirking, I thought, oh my god, he's gonna ask me something like, I can't really answer it. But it was a good question. Yeah. Why is it though? Do you know the answer? That's the question.
What?
Why?
You mean what?
Why is?
Sick of you already.
Yeah, you come on here. Not done your research. Hey, do you know what I mean? Hey, with an empty, with a cup full of water. It's just out of order, mate.
You've got a cup full of water.
Yeah,
because there's some fucking gravy granules in it. Don't mean it's not a cup full of water.
Bovril.
Is it?
Aye.
When was the last time you had a Bovril?
1992.
Seriously?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big Bovril fan.
You don't like
Did you ever have it at the game?
Yeah.
Did you?
I like
Did
Bovril.
you?
Not at football. I'm not at United.
No.
Wait, what?
I went to a Salford City game once and watched it and had one there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where do they play? Where is Salford City's ground? I've been there, but I can't remember where it
Lane.
is. I don't know. Where is it?
Salford.
What area? No, Salford City.
It's in Salford.
Yeah. It's like, where is it? Oh, Manchester. All right, nice one.
Yeah, no, it's not
Salford's a
Manchester, it's
huge
Salford.
city, Stephen, as you well know. Whereabouts in Salford is it?
It pisses me off that Salford Uni has to put Manchester in underneath it.
No. Salford, man.
Says Salford, Manchester.
Yeah, no.
That's like saying Oxford, London.
Yeah. You wouldn't say Manchester, Greater Manchester, would you?
I mean,
You would if you lived in Manchester, yeah.
Do you?
And that was when you, like, if you were ordering something online, you'd have to put that, yeah.
No, I don't
Pretty
think you
shit
would.
analogy, that, Jay, really.
I wouldn't think you would. Well, you wouldn't. I never use that. I live in. Well,
When it says,
I
when
used
it
to live
says
in
what
Manchester.
county you live in, what do you say?
What's that?
Every parcel
Yeah.
you've ever ordered?
Yeah, online shopping.
No, they don't. You're just lying.
Autofill.
Get involved in the chat in the
You still
comments.
put
Let us
Lancashire
know.
in yours,
Do
don't
you
you?
put your? You're right, I do. Do you put your county when you're ordering things online? I don't.
When did Lancashire and Greater Manchester become a thing?
I think it was early 90s.
Was it?
I think I googled
Really?
this recently because they wanted it to like replicate Greater London. So they went with like there's a couple of them. Greater. Go on, you googling it.
No.
but it'll show you the metropolitan boroughs
Don't look, you.
that were added.
I can tell you all the time.
91 is-
No, wait.
I'll give you all 10.
This is. I won't. I used to be able to do this. I've not done it in years, but I bet you can. Right, go on. Give me the 10 boroughs of Greater Manchester.
I don't know.
Bolton,
Yeah.
Bury,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oldham,
Yeah.
Tameside,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salford,
Yeah.
Wigan,
Yeah.
Rochdale,
Yes.
Trafford,
Yes.
Manchester,
Yes.
One more.
Stockport.
Yes!
High five. Give me a high five.
Get
everybody.
him! Fucking
playing games here,
That's
or what?
great, that. That is great. Find out when Greater Manchester was invented.
That is very,
I
very
know,
good.
honestly, that's fucking shit.
Cup of tea. Steve likes his tea so weak that when it's too
Right.
weak, he gets mad.
When was Greater Manchester created? What are you saying?
I don't know, 91 popped to my mind, but is that not right?
Pathetic, guys. Go on.
I honestly don't
99?
know. I feel like I can remember. I can remember Lancashire coming on like my mail and stuff
Yeah.
at times. I'm gonna say 96.
74.
Fucking hell.
Really?
So a little bit out is what you're saying.
Created in 74, it says here.
But when was it started to be used? Because like it was Lancashire Constabulary. When was it not? When did Lancashire and Manchester thingy then flip over?
There's a few Greaters. What's the other one? There's Greater London, obviously. Greater
I feel like
Manchester.
Birmingham's got a great.
Maybe Greater Birmingham.
This makes great
Great
viewing for me. Just sat here reading
this is
some.
Friday,
Right.
4
How annoyed
o'clock.
were you in the 70s when it became Greater Manchester?
I was fuming.
You were, weren't you?
I was fuming. I liked being part of
You
the
were-
show.
I
And
could-
obviously,
yeah.
the 70s coincided with me getting to the age of drawing my pension. So
Yeah.
it was a double whammy.
Well, you went, how can it be called Greater Manchester? Because nothing's greater than Manchester. That's what you
Yes,
said, innit?
yes.
That was your little thing that you said.
Clayton M, welcome to the first team. He's a member. Thank
Clayton.
you for your support. Peter A, as well. Welcome to the academy. Thank you for your support. Ross Murphy says Stephen Howson knows his Manchester. He's got to, Anna.
Oh, Greater Manchester.
Imagine if he didn't.
Isn't it good that
Imagine
Stockport's
you
in
not
Cheshire?
knowing that. What?
I love that Stockport's in Cheshire.
When I grew up in Partington, we used to say we lived in Lower Cheshire. Where are you from? Partington. Oh, where's that? Lower Cheshire?
Lower Cheshire.
Yeah, but like Duckingfield's part of Cheshire.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
See,
It's
Cheshire,
strange.
Lancashire's a weird fucking spot, man.
It is, isn't it? It's strange. Because parts of Cheshire are right. Posh,
I'm going to
aren't
drop some fucking knowledge
Go
on
on,
you here.
it's
now.
about time we
No
have some.
K, but an actual NO knowledge.
Knowledge.
Right?
No
And
knowledge in that.
Right? You know, most of the counties, or all of the counties in England,
they? Yeah. that there,
prefixed by
that
the
there
end,
in
or suffixed by the end, Shire,
Shire, yeah.
which
Lower
is
limb, that's it.
pronounced
Yes, Liam.
as sh.
Yeah.
Not Shire. It's not Lancashire. It's like
No.
a sh. Yeah?
No.
Yorkshire. Right? Do you know what the person in charge of a shire used to be called?
A king.
Nope.
A hand.
No.
Go on.
It's called a reeve.
A reeve.
A reeve, yeah. So the term sheriff is derived from the shire reeve.
Well,
He's
bing
on
my
fire
sausage.
today. Well, bing my sausage.
Just get it binged. Because that was good. I like that.
Bing my sausage.
Shire Reeve.
Shire Reeve
Which
become
is obviously
sheriff.
Which
Yeah.
obviously a sheriff is a guy that's in charge of,
I shot the sheriff.
well, a shire, I guess.
Yeah, very good.
county.
But how do you know
listened
that, eh? Have you been reading them books again, you?
Yeah.
I don't know how I know.
What we
that.
told you about
I know
you
a
read
lot
that.
of useless shit.
You do.
That's
a
not
lot
useless.
of useless shit. It's not useful.
It's got your career.
No one's ever going to put a gun to my head and be like,
You don't tell me where the word sheriff originated
where
from.
does the word sheriff originate from,
Decorate
Steve?
your room with this.
You're in luck, actually.
Oh, we know.
It's like
Let
the same.
him go.
It's like when someone's like, "I'm going to shoot every one of your family members unless you can tell me what the steepest street in Manchester is."
Yeah.
What's the answer?
Jutland Street.
Thank you.
Just off the street. Is your pacemaker going off? What's that noise? Can you hear that? Some non-stop beeping. It's an alert telling someone that you've. What is that?
I heard it then.
It's Jay's leg.
It's when I move my
Jay's
leg.
little hip.
Will you fucking oil your hips?
I know. Sorry, honestly, I've had a right day of it. I tell you.
We act like you're 78 years old, don't we?
I know.
40. Like, you're not even that
42.
old.
Hey, it's
pretty
probably a day over 41 now.
It's pretty old.
It is. How old are you?
Don't worry about that.
No, how old are you? Because I always think you're my age, but you're not. You're annoying.
38.
38.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
39 in December.
Wow.
To be
Which
fair,
means big 40 next year.
that's why 1991 Cup Winners' Cup final takes such an important role in this podcast, because 1990 is a bit too old for the youngster here.
Yeah.
No, well, 1991 was my first season.
That's what I mean. So 90, I know you know 90.
I don't
90,
remember
but
90.
91 was where he started going over.
Watched it
blazing.
on a bit of grandstand and that, probably. Didn't really partake in it. September 1990, Southampton first game.
How old were you?
6.
Pathetic.
I know.
You part-timers, honestly. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm the same one. I'm going to start going to football when I'm 6 so I can become a YouTube star when it gets invented.
That was
And
what I was
make, you know what I mean?
How old were you?
25 years ahead of the game.
Yeah, exactly. I think I don't know. My first game was when I was about 5, but I don't remember.
Is that Newton Heath?
It was Newton Heath versus West Didsbury. And it wasn't actually football.
Yeah,
it was just a pig's
on
bladder.
Bank Street.
Yeah, and they just booted it up and down until, there was a truce because of the declaration of the Boer War.
They started boxing when they didn't have a rounds limit.
Yeah, it was like before the Queensby rules.
Yeah.
It was just like that. That's what it was like. But I don't remember much about my game. Other than Peter Shilton was in net for
And it was in black and
Southampton.
white.
It was in black and white, and we had to stop halfway through because the sirens going off because of the blitz. Horrible. I was so annoyed.
Isn't it mad that they played football during the war? They had a war league.
Did they?
Yeah, like, right, everyone get to the front 'cause it's going off like fuck with the...
That's basically the one Liverpool won, isn't it? Did it with COVID?
What?
They
Like they won the War
World
League.
War II league.
Someone's like, whoa, I was...
He always says it, don't you, about the asterisk. The asterisk. It's got the asterisk on it. It's got because
You keep playing footy, though. Right, you lot keep playing footy. The rest of us will go fight the fucking Nazis. All right.
It is right though, isn't it? Like Liverpool's isn't like a proper league.
It's not a real one.
It's not.
They won it in June.
Yeah, you can't win a league title in June, and no fans as well. If that would have been us, I wouldn't have wanted it.
No.
I'd have said, we're not having it. Return it. I don't want it.
Hand it back
It's tainted. Football without the fans is nothing, right?
That's what it says.
Yeah.
So that title,
yeah,
is nothing.
It was, certainly
Actually, kind of.
That's maths. You can do expand your brackets.
football,
right?
minus fans equals 0.
equals 0.
So then you put it to the other side.
It's an equation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Liverpool's title win equals 0.
Zero.
Yeah.
Therefore, Liverpool's title win equals nothing. Therefore, not relevant. Still in 18.
Yeah.
It's actually rude that they took it, to be honest with you. Do you see the celebration they had as well? What's all that about? I mean, no one there. What are you
Spending
doing?
money on fireworks while there's a pandemic.
At least they weren't firing them into the town hall. Oh, no, they were. Sorry. My mistake.
That was Everton
Silly
fans.
me.
I think that was
Yeah.
Everton fans.
Hey, bloody hell.
Everton fans couldn't wait to get out and help celebrate Liverpool winning the title.
Santa Notch says, don't joke, it's real, I saw Newton Heath. No, you didn't, Notch. You're a young man. Jordan B, shout out to him, he's from Partington as well, my old stomping ground. Did anyone see that Stormzy video as well, by the way?
Yeah, with Jose Mourinho.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
When I see things like that, I miss him.
I
forget about all the bad times.
I love Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
As a bloke, as a football manager, he is one of the best football managers ever. Certainly of the modern era.
Yeah.
No, undeniably.
He's one of the best United managers of the
think-
last 6 years.
Yeah. Oh, easily. Easily. Certainly top 4.
Might be on some of that.
But I honestly think he's the only football manager on earth that could do that video and not look like a complete twat.
Yeah.
Because he's made this persona, which is obviously the thing that's been his downfall is that you can't always live up to the genius. Because once you're managing Roma and Tottenham,
Yeah.
you're no longer like the king anymore.
Yeah.
But for that kind of video, he can stand there with his fingers on his lips, looking down at a camera, just stood next to Stormzy, and he can own it. Imagine.
I think
fucking
Ancelotti's the only
Moyes
man that
doing
gets away with doing that.
Ancelotti
gets away with it because he's
Who-
won that much.
With a cigar.
With a
who would
cigar
be
and
the
his shades on.
least? Who would work the least in that?
Brendan
Graham Potter's
Rodgers.
up there.
Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah.
Graham Potter.
David Moyes wouldn't be right. Imagine that, Moyes that.
David Moyes going to turn up with jeans that are ironed down with a crease.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got
Shit trainers.
with a crease down the middle. Pleated jeans.
A baseball cap to look cool.
Yeah, but it's a
no,
Tony Pulis dad cap, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'd love to see Pulis in that video.
Moyes, get involved in the comments and let us know
puffer jacket
who
all the way down to his
wouldn't
neck.
suit that Stormzy video.
Do you know who else might have suited it? Mick McCarthy.
Mick
Yeah, he could've done
McCarthy.
it.
He'd have took over.
He'd have pulled it off.
You know what I like about Jose? You do this. He's the way he perceives things. So when he won the Europa Conference, he made it out like it was the best trophy ever.
It's another European title, Jay.
That's what I mean. That's what he did.
No.
It's like that's your trait of how you always look at things. Like if Liverpool win the league, you have got Pep. If Pep wins it, you have got Liverpool. And it's like Jose is like that in
He's
life, innit?
won more-
He always twists things, so it's
It's
like
like, hey, remember everyone, when we won the Europa League, it's like, remember, it's 3 titles. It's not. It's a League Cup, it's the Europa League, and it's the Charity fucking Shield.
I love he stopped
Never
the
mind.
celebration.
Listen, remember, 3.
He stopped the celebration on the pitch in Stockholm to go, everyone 3, and they all started doing it, and then they all realised why they were doing it, and we're like, yeah, no.
He's a proper master of phrasing, isn't he?
He is.
He says stuff like, I've won more European competitions than anyone else. He's like, yeah, 'cause no one
Technically,
else has
that's
won
exact-
the Europa
that is
Conference.
factual.
Once he gets binned from Roma,
Yeah.
because the clock's ticking,
Yeah.
right? He'll enter Eurovision, and he'll keep adding that to his
Yeah.
fucking
The-
list as well.
the thing
What
is-
manager, right, you might have won, how many
Yeah.
hours can Ancelotti got? Okay, cool. But has he won Eurovision?
Has he won more competitions?
Has anyone, to be fair though to Jose, has anyone done what he's done and
No.
won the Champions League twice with 2 unfancied teams?
No.
Like people have done it like with
Not with
Dortmund
2
or whatever
teams,
back
like-
in the 90s,
no.
or it has happened where someone who you don't think is going to win it has done it, but he's done it twice with teams you would never have thought had a chance that season. Porto,
so.
nowhere near.
The
it.
magic came off, though,
And
didn't
Inter.
it?
Oh,
The
he
magic
did.
came off.
I think
I wonder how much Rue Faria had a part in that.
what him leaving him because he suffered at United, didn't he? Rui Faria left in the summer and Jose was gone by Christmas, wasn't he? I don't know.
I don't know if that's
interesting.
coincidence. Or I don't know. Do
He
it?
said that I remember interviewing someone, I can't remember who it was, it might have been Duncan Castles. I know you don't, not everyone's fond of him, but he did seem to be quite close to Jose.
You have the same barber, don't you?
Yes, we do, actually. And he said that Rui
Jay in the
Faria
shower
was the
for him
one
as
who
well.
did all the training and everything. He was big on always having the ball when you're running in training and all that, and he was very hands-on. And then when he lost him, he lost a bit of that because obviously you get people in who can do stuff like that, but aren't as good because the thing with Josie is you've got to be able to work in tandem with him, and he's not the most easiest guy to work alongside. But it's easy to forget that, for a little spell, I'd say about 18 months, 2 years, things were rosy with Josie, weren't they? It was like
Rosy Josie.
Rosy Josie. Do you know what I mean? Like winning those 2 trophies. Yes, some of the football was terrible, and in the league that season we were dire, but the League Cup final was last time's winner. It's all right, wasn't it?
Good day out.
Good day out. Stockholm, decent. Do you know what it was? I was certain second season we'll do it. Josie always wins the title in his second season.
Yeah, no.
No. And he just, no. Wasn't happening at all, was
Shame,
it?
innit?
Do you know what I mean?
Such a shame.
Because that would have been so good for just boiling piss. Do you know what I mean?
Did he win the title with Roma? It wasn't the title, was it?
No.
The Europa
He'd done it all every club he'd been at until he got to United, hadn't he? Done it at Porto, done it at Chelsea, he'd done it at Real Madrid, he'd done it at Chelsea again.
Inter.
Yeah, Inter, sorry. It always happened, and he gets to United, and then such a shame. Anyway, sorry, I was just reminiscing. We have got some merchandise, haven't we?
Yeah.
Got these lovely cups. You can see them there. Look at that. Mixed sauce. We've got a video coming out of McTominay actually tomorrow.
Might be able to get a good brew in yours.
Yeah, he's got a Ten Hag one. Another Ten Hag one there. You can see there from the graphic. We've got Marcus Rashford. We've got Scott McTominay. We've got Christian Eriksen one I think we've got coming out. We've got all sorts. Yeah. Go and check it out, paddockmerch.com. If you buy 2 or more items, you get 20% off. There's a link in the description. Don't forget to use the code Paddock20 as well. We've got Bruno, Rashford, Elanga, Martinez as well. And many more.
We've got a few new Rangers coming out soon as well, haven't we? Yeah. We've got some big plans.
Big plans.
Big plans.
For big people.
Yeah. What are you doing this weekend, Jay?
Me?
Yeah.
Nothing, man.
Why not?
Just watching telly and that.
Did you do you just sit at home for 2 days in a row watching telly when you're off work?
No, I've got 3 little children that live in my house, so I'll be spending time with them. Because I'm not working this weekend, are we? Because there's no football.
Have they declared?
Unlike him, I don't manage a football team.
Have they been declared?
That's none of your business. No, so we have film night tomorrow night. I think we have takeaway tea Friday night because it's the law in it. And then Sunday, I don't know what I'm doing. What about you? What are you doing? You're a man about town. What are you up to?
I'm going out to watch a gig tonight.
Is it Oasis?
Yeah. Nebworth.
Yeah.
Every week.
Who are you going to go and watch? In case people want to try and find you.
In case people want to turn up.
Yeah.
Buena Vista Social Club, they're called.
Like the film or the documentary?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're very good. You like them, Ste.
No, what did you expect?
When
he said he got a gig, what did you think? What did you expect to see?
If you ever do fencing, you want to listen to these while you're doing it.
Fencing.
Right, now.
Perfect fencing music, mate.
Honestly, on one hand, hitting you with a sword well appeals to me.
You know what I mean? It's called a foil, but yeah.
But me getting gimped up to hit you with a sword...
Even better.
It takes the fun out of it for me.
Yeah. I somehow don't think you'd stick to the rules in fencing. I can see you just grabbing someone by the throat.
That's 100% accurate.
Ramming your sword or foil through their mask.
I imagine, looking at the shape of him, he'd be a fucking nightmare.
The guy can fence.
To fence against.
You know what I mean?
He's long, he's rangy,
he's
delicate.
He will definitely do the whole fucking Gadusha thing. Whereas I'm going to go with the pure
sideways.
Viking berserker, run at you, fend it off with my elbow, and then blast it through your throat.
But that's not fencing.
But did I fucking kill you though?
Yeah.
That's
not the game. That's not the aim of the game.
Right, so forget the gentlemanly French. Is it French? It sounds French.
I presume so.
Aspect of it all.
Yeah.
Who's fucking dead? You or me?
Yeah.
Who's your money? Right, so okay.
But that's
fencing with points. Who's your money on?
You do that at a cooking class, a badminton lesson.
No, fencing with points.
Oh, points. Sorry, him.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
To the death.
Oh, you.
Right.
I'm sorry. No offense, bro. I'm picking him against me.
Right. Pun intended.
To the death. To the death. Oh, nice. To the death, though. Come on.
Yeah, but anything to the death and Ste wins.
He does, doesn't
he?
Yeah.
Unless it's eating.
Wow.
Oh no, it's still win.
Harsh, that. Bit out of order, that, in my opinion.
Don't fence me now.
I will not have.
The thing with Ste is, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a fencing foil just behind a latch or like a mystery door or a trap door.
No, they're not my cup of tea.
In the studio.
Honestly, if I had to go back in time 1,000 years, find myself on a battlefield, I'm having a fucking axe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What would you have, Jay?
See, I think if you went forward in time 10 years, you'd have yourself with an axe on a battlefield.
If you had to be...
Wouldn't an axe be a fucking rate laugh, though?
If you had to be any weapon...
Would you want a little fucking sword? Fuck off.
Come here, son.
Yeah.
Well, I'd chop
Something I got to swing with both hands.
Yeah.
Have a bit of that.
Yeah.
Something that's got the word great at the front of it.
Ooh.
Like a great sword, a great axe.
Yeah.
What would you have? If you could be a battlefield warrior wielding any weapon from history, what would it be, Jay?
Can I? Does it have to be of that time?
You know?
So I could go into a medieval battle with an Uzi or something, and just win.
Yeah,
cheat.
just win. You go like,
You only get one magazine.
All right, okay. What's the best gun
yeah,
to
all right,
have in
then
a
match of the
medieval
day
battle?
magazine. If you only get one, I'm reading that.
It depends what you want, innit, right? So I think if you're going to go with...
I knew
with-
not to
if
talk guns in front of him.
You want to go with something with link ammunition because you can get a lot of that. But once that runs out, you're going to do fucking hit them with it. Like,
Hopefully they'll start running
That's
off.
why you got to pick
after.
lightsaber.
A lightsaber.
Don't need ammunition, it just
that's
needs
a good-
heart and
Yeah, but
soul.
you're still fighting, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? You get someone like him who's got
Yeah,
an
but
axe
go
and
back
runs in,
before
he's gonna chop
gunpowder
your head
and
off.
bows and arrows.
Yeah.
Easy.
All right. Yeah.
I saw a video where someone was talking about lightsabers and it says people wield them like they've got weight to them when you should just be able to go.
Because it's just light, isn't it?
Ah, that's a good point.
Because
that.
the only weight is the handle.
Yeah, it's like a torch. You just go... Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Just fucking nail you.
Yeah, that's nice, that.
YouTube says MP40 because I like the noise.
MP40.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jeddy's Time says Howson in with a claymore. Caleb Dirtle says
That's a
crossbow.
two-handed sword, isn't it?
No, Claymore's like a little explosive piece.
No, that's named after the sword, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. I think the Claymore's a
absolute
Scottish big
Is
fucking
it?
sword, yeah.
What?
A Claymore mine.
I'd like a little longbow, me.
A little
longbow.
Like Cupid.
Who
It's
are
not a
you?
longbow then, is it?
Henry the Fifth.
Love that.
Hey, you might have noticed, as usual, we're unhappy with the Glazers. Why are we unhappy with the Glazers today, Steve? What have they done this week to annoy us?
The fucking United pies are overcooked.
Do you remember when it used to be the pie man who just walked around selling pies outside and everything? What happened to
Not
that?
the guy outside. I do remember for a moment.
And he used to go inside the
early
ground
Premier
as well.
League days. There was a geezer that used to come towards the bottom of K stand with the tray. Do you like used to get like? I always associate it with American sports where the guy's coming out with like peanuts and shit. But a guy used to sell stuff. I'm not sure if he had pies.
That's the guy that gave me a free pie when we beat Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh,
I was down near that tunnel, the old tunnel. No, not near the tunnel. Sorry, near the like the enclave when you walk in the corner. So I was the opposite end of where Steve Bruce scored his goals, and then we were all celebrating. And
yeah, Joe, where I was when Steve Bruce scored his goals.
Go on.
Fucking Ayers Road.
Yeah.
Dad fucked off at 90 minutes. The roarers we got past the Ford garage.
Oh mate, gutted. Yeah, but I remember him giving out free pies to everyone. And do you want a pie? Well, how much is it? You can have it for notes.
Really?
Yeah. It's mad. That's 30 years ago, and I still remember it.
The pie man.
I can't remember what I had for dinner yesterday.
What was it called, pie man?
I don't know. I think it was because he's.
You were very much the sort of Simple Simon character in that story.
This
weren't you?
feels like a Ricky Gervais fucking Carl Pilkington conversation.
What do you mean?
Why's he
What?
called the pie man?
Yeah, because he was.
Sold pies.
You know, his circumference was 3.152 or whatever.
Yeah, it's 142, but yeah, I love it.
Hey? What are you looking at that for? Went to grammar school. Do you think I'm not educated? I've got a master's almost,
Remember,
hopefully.
He speaks French.
Yeah?
Yeah, circumference. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Don't give me dirty looks, right? Just because, you know, I know a few things. And I'm not the one who was banging on about where the term sheriff originated from.
Yeah.
Hey?
This guy's packing O levels, man.
Yeah.
It
We
was
didn't
O-levels,
we were
wasn't it?
O-levels back in the day. We didn't
What
have...
they called apprenticeships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White, was it YTS back in the day?
No, I think it was a young Thatcher boy, I think.
Yeah. The Shire Reeve would hand out some sort of scroll to Jay when he was a kid.
Going up the ladder to bring
Well done, young sire. You have now become
fix your roof with your
a
uncle
blacksmith.
at 6.
Hey, you can now, you can now mould metal. Now, they've been taking loads of dough out of the club again, haven't they? Women's skim.
Yeah, I saw the debt's gone up, but they've took a dividend. Now, I don't know how American law works, but businesses in Britain can't take dividends unless you're in profit.
Well, apparently what they've done is they took out a loan and used that as the dividend money. So they put the debt on the
That
club.
sounds illegal.
Well,
I'm sure it's not because the amount
yeah.
of people that crawl over all our accounts, it probably isn't. But if it's not illegal, it's definitely immoral.
Oh, yeah.
What is going on? Like,
Jade, they're shit owners.
Like,
I know this is a fucking news flash
What
for
is
17 years.
like, what? How come? Right, we went turbo in the transfer window for about a week. Then we've come here when we're losing money, but we're taking dividends. What's the logic here?
30 million as well.
What's going on?
To make up for last year when we took 11 million.
Yeah, It's just like they want us all to protest again and get games called off. Do you know what I mean?
Look at him.
Do you reckon there was any?
You look all right on that.
Oh, nice, beat me to it. Do you reckon? Do you reckon that's why there was? I mean, I don't know. I'm asking you. You know more than I do. Like why we went big in the transfer window because they knew they were going to do this and they thought we'll butter everyone up with some shiny new transfers and then we'll do that. Or is that just? Does that make no sense whatsoever? What are you giggling at? Why are you giggling and shaking your head?
It probably means you shouldn't say it.
If you shouldn't say it, don't say it.
Write it down and we'll read it after class.
Right. Text me.
Yeah.
I'll read it and then tell you why you can't say that.
I think they're coincidences. I think
Yeah.
I think the only reason they spent big is because they thought we're probably not going to be able to take any dividends if we finish 12th, which we
Right.
might.
Yeah.
And I think
So they thought they had to make more money.
Yeah.
You got to burn money to earn money type thing.
Yeah, I think if this thing about them
Text
finishing
me.
fourth is their goal and that's their sort of like their general year by year thing, I don't know what this says.
You see, you've done that thing which annoys me because I'm kind of on the fence for this one. I think, because it's funny. I think Joe should have the final say.
Oh dear.
I think you get away with that.
I think probably not.
Do you not think?
Just imagine something bad.
Being sweetened.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, so the Glazers spending loads of money so they can take out a dividend.
I
is
think
like,
he's all right on that one.
You know,
1,000 likes.
Yeah, 1,000 likes. Steve's going to tell his joke that he probably shouldn't tell. We're gonna just void the channel for 1,000 likes. Yeah, we're gonna get taken off. For
Funny's
this.
funny though.
It is, and I quite like it.
yeah, but yeah, it didn't really help, does it? Doesn't make them any better that they spent a bit more money.
No, I mean,
No, because they haven't spent a fucking dime still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like the debt's gone up. They've took more money out. Like these players aren't even fucking paid for yet.
Yeah.
it is so frustrating. And you know what worries me is you get to that point, and I've seen this when we did a documentary on the Glazers, which is going to be out next week, and we spoke to Andy Mitten as part of it, and he said, you know, people forget because we live in this bubble and because a lot of people watching are so angry and we've all took part in protests. He said, you've got to remember, for years, most United fans, the vast majority of United fans, or, you know, a lot of United fans, didn't do any of that. Weren't that fussed.
Can I shock you?
Yeah.
I used to fucking argue with people on Twitter
Yeah.
who told me they were good owners.
Yeah. Like, and that's not a criticism.
10
of people,
years ago.
But people just want to watch football. They just want to get on with their lives. Football's a hobby. It's enjoyment. You don't necessarily want to have to go to the ground to protest or get all angry. And a lot of people just like, well, you know, I'm watching United. Okay, we're not winning titles, winning FA Cups. This isn't that bad. Or at the time, Fergie, we're still winning trophies. He said, you know, it took a while for a lot of people. I know there was always an element from day one. You know, you were involved in it, where people were protesting since 2004 before they
Hey, it was a
took
real
over.
laugh as well at times.
Yeah, I can imagine. I didn't do the flash mob stuff that you did, but
Flash mob was a real laugh.
yeah, down at Old Trafford for a few of them. Sorry, but you know, a lot of people weren't involved and didn't do that, and now it seems to be there's a lot more fans who are. If you know, you did it in percentage. I think back in the day, you might have had to say 10% or 20%, which you know is still thousands or even millions of people, but you still got the majority of fans who aren't. Now it feels like almost everyone.
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, it does, and I think as well that a few years ago, it's only in recent sort of
A
COVID
delightful football club, aren't they?
or post-COVID times where people like Gary Neville or people who are prominent on the main sort of, you know, Sky and BT and all that, where it was commonplace for them to be anti-Glazer.
Yeah.
Up until recently, they would sort of shy away from it or say, yeah, you know, the owners aren't great, but you've got to look at what the manager's doing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's only very, very recently, the last 2 or 3 years since COVID, I think, that it's completely acceptable for major pundits in the country to say these owners are terrible, they have to go.
Yeah.
That's very recent. So I think they, like you said, they probably just shy away from it, avoid it, don't really care. Like
I think I
bet they
read
don't
at
get
some
much stick
point
in real
that
life.
they have the Donald Trump thing of don't bring me bad news.
Yeah.
Oh right, so they're insulated from it.
They
all.
might not even know we don't like them.
You might know you laugh, but it's not that
That's what I'd do.
ridiculous to think that. Because, you know,
If I was them.
if they were living there in Tampa, okay, they've had like what, 2 reporters come up to them. They've you know,
What do you think about Manchester United fans and him just getting in his fucking weird looking car?
he's horrible, isn't he? Aye, bloody hell. Yeah, it's not like they've had loads of protests on their doorstep. It's not like they've had loads of things in their face. They've come to Old Trafford a few times. They might have heard some chants or whatever. But again, are they even
How much
aiming
is a billboard in Tampa right by his house?
I bet there aren't any billboards near his house.
You're probably right.
Spending money to be...
Billboards are generally in like where we live.
Yeah.
Sort of areas.
Yeah.
I imagine they probably live in gated security sort of thingies.
Yeah.
He was
Tampa
on.
Reds, talk to us in the comments.
We've had Tampa Reds messaging us
yeah,
before.
we had a lot of people being like, I can tell you.
What's that?
exactly
How
where it
long? We've
lives.
got, what's he? You what?
I know where you can put it.
Yeah, our resident expat American.
Says
He's gonna
what?
tell us. He
Alex
knows where.
Begley knows where we could put a
We're working on
billboard.
it. Don't worry, we'll take the message over there.
That'd be good, actually.
What would
Yeah.
you put on a billboard outside his house? Hey, I was about fucking off.
Yeah, why don't you just fuck off?
Yeah.
You're right, I couldn't have gone.
No,
Because in my head, I'd be like, I'll say, be calm.
we were gonna
have
go,
some
right?
really witty
We-
one-liners and then get ignored and have to fucking throttle him.
when the protest happened,
Don't walk it away!
the Liverpool protest, the game got postponed. We were chatting. I said, right, let's go over there. Let's go over there and doorstep him. We're going to send him in McCullough or him and you. And
Honestly,
I
what's
know.
a shit idea that
I know,
would
and
have been.
I thought it was a good idea. So I was like, right, you two can go because obviously, despite you may think we're not rolling in it, so it's like we'll send two of you, so you two can.
That would- yeah.
You can film
Steve,
it.
why have you got a ghillie
And then
suit on?
as soon as he
Don't worry about
heard it, he was up for it, and then he started taking it a bit further. And what I can do while I'm there, and if I get hold of him, I can do that. I'm like, whoa, no, and it was like, if I send him over there, we're gonna have to bail him out of prison, if that's even a thing.
If there's even
Yeah.
a bail condition on the
yeah,
crime he
so
commits.
let's not send you over there to get
Whoa,
nicked.
that might commit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Allegedly. So we were like, yeah. And then we couldn't do it because of COVID, could we? It was like, you had to fill out this visa thing that took 28 days to get approved and all this other nonsense. And then in the meantime, someone else did it, didn't they? I think Sky, who've obviously got much more resources than we have.
Sent a young lady over.
Sent a young lady over there.
It was very polite and about 1,000% more professional than I would have been. Because I'd have asked him like two questions.
He'd have
and I'd lost
ignored
my
you,
shit.
and then you'd have stoved his head in. That's how that would have gone down. Do you know what I mean? Which would have been great for views, but not so much for the.
I would have got to go for me.
Yeah, that's a good point. Resonating Silence with a super chat says, did you lads watch the overlap with Scholes? What an absolute legend. We don't talk about him nearly enough.
I think he's the most naturally talented Man United midfielder I've ever seen.
Okay.
And I think, for me, he's the best of the class of 92. I think he's better than Beckham. I think he's the best of the lot.
big
I
fine
think he's
talk.
unbelievable. I think you watch highlights and you watch how he controlled games and you see how much we've failed since our midfield has been not up to standard in recent years, amongst other things, obviously. I think he was so important to all of that success. I think
do you
he's
know
underrated.
Kevin De Bruyne's getting touched up at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, City have got form for that, but I don't mean in that sense. I mean, he's getting a lot of praise at the moment. I think he's getting an assist or something along those lines about every 163 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
Ryan Giggs at 38 was getting an assist every 159 minutes.
And I don't even think Ryan Giggs' record in terms of assists is that amazing.
No.
I don't know. I think
At 38 though.
At 38, I mean, that's just not, it shows the levels he's at. Also with Scholes, people sort of look at it and in terms of numbers, goals and assists, and you shouldn't.
No.
Because he controlled the tempo of games.
He played far deeper than that.
Yeah, he went and he adapted his game. He went from this sort of arriving in the box late on and getting on the end of things.
Second striker when
Yeah,
he first came through.
he was. And then
He's a striker.
Do you remember when Fergie tried to make him a second striker when we bought Rude? And then he dropped deep and became like a quarterback almost.
Yeah.
Do you know
I
what
had
mean?
a theory about for ages, just uninformed theory that I'd put together.
Go on.
Rio told me, nah, just absolutely.
I don't like it when you say
barking
these
up the wrong
theories and then
fucking
Rio
tree.
tells you the facts that it's wrong.
So my theory was
still don't
Fergie was
believe it.
trying to play. Yeah, I think Rio's talking shit.
Yeah,
What was
yeah,
it
that's
about?
fair. What does he know?
Why would he know?
Exactly.
So I was like, I think Fergie tried to play 4-3-3. When you think about when he bought Veron, he had Veron, Scholes, Keane as a
Yeah.
midfield
Yeah.
three, which in a modern game would be fucking almost illegal. I can't imagine how good that would
That's
look
so perfect,
in modern
isn't it?
football. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, genuinely ridiculous.
Hello, sir.
And then in the...
Hey.
talking to?
Joe McGrath's here. Off camera.
But then the forward three, Beckham, Giggs and Rude, wasn't your three forwards. It was obviously a different style of wide midfielders than... a young Giggs might have been an amazing left winger, but by 2000s you're talking about Giggs approaching 30, and it wasn't really the same sort of vibe. And obviously David Beckham was a midfielder rather than a winger. So I was like, I think he was trying to play 4-3-3 ahead of his time, and Rio went, "Nah, he went to play 4-4-2." I was like, oh.
Shame.
With Scholes as the Scholes off.
But
Rude.
I think he was unbelievable. I think if we could put him in this team now, I think we'd be maybe not quite up there with City and Liverpool, but only a small notch behind.
it
Only,
was
only a couple of tweaks away.
I think if you'd have had proper Opta stats all the way through his career, he'd have had some performances with 100, 125 passes, and you'd just be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Some get against big teams as well. There's that clip that you see doing the rounds against Arsenal where it's like 1 minute 49, where in that time he completely controls the game. He's getting the ball off the defence, turning, knocking it one way, going around the other side of a midfielder, an opposition midfielder, then clipping balls perfect on a dime through on goal balls to Wayne Rooney, and he misses it, goes out for a goal kick. They win it back. They kick it up. United win it back, and he does the same thing again, just clipping it. One-on-one chances, just making them over and over again. He's 36.
Weak, asthmatic, old,
He was
busted man.
asthmatic. Yeah, no, I always think...
Asthmatic before it was cool or not?
Yeah.
I like that, yeah. I always think as well, in 2012, I think... What are you laughing at?
I don't know.
You can share it with the group.
No, go on.
All right. Yeah, I think in 2012, because Fergie rested him for the Wigan game, didn't he? And I think that cost us. Because we played, because at QPR...
To be fair, in 2012, Yaya Toure ran over him as well, though.
No, what do you mean?
We had the decider, didn't we, for the league?
Yeah, but if we'd have won that Wigan game, it would have been a moot point.
You're
We
right.
could have lost that game, like, you know what I mean?
You're right.
Wouldn't
But
have.
I thought
just
he
thought
was-
he rested him thinking, we'll beat Wigan anyway. We didn't turn up, and I think had we played him, because he'd been mint, I think, against QPR the few days before, he could have basically played that game, win it, it's over, and then just, you can play Ji-Sung Park or whoever. I know you played him anyway. You can play whoever against the City. Or
In fact, he came back at 38 or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and was still our best midfielder.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable as well, that, isn't it? How many stories of like someone retiring and coming back ending the success that did? It's so rare.
It was
looked
unreal. It was
just
unfucking
ridiculous.
real.
And
Unreal.
how much do you think the appeal of him as well is his personality? Because you've got this player who is phenomenal, but unlike certain players down the M62 who make it all about them and who love the attention and who tell their mates to say nice things about them on the telly, he was just proper humble.
He couldn't find a fuck to give.
No, he just got on with his football. Didn't even have a boot deal. Didn't have any. Certainly wasn't advertising anything. Wasn't the sort where you'd see him giving interviews telling everyone how great he was. Do you know what I mean? He just
I love
got
that
on
whole
with it.
thing. Like, I think it's is it Massimo or whatever it is that used to own it Inter Milan, who was like, I couldn't get hold of him.
Mariah.
Yeah, never had an agent.
Yeah.
He did have an agent, and I know him. Like, he did have an agent. But
Yeah.
he didn't really. It was like, how long's my contract for? Sound.
No negotiating.
Yeah.
Just where's the piece of paper? I'll sign it. Do you know what I mean? And you think of how much money he missed out on, because everyone would have wanted him to be part of their advertising. He's not having it.
Yeah, I think his personality as well. He comes across as dour, but from what I've heard of people, he's not. He doesn't know you, so he don't feel comfortable, shooting the shit like some people, like super charismatic for people they don't know. Scholes ain't that guy, but I think it's something Rio said on one of the podcasts when he says like, Rio is very vocal, pretty charismatic, and you can imagine. I think when he's talking about the levels in training, and he's like, Rooney is just gonna fucking tear you strips. Like Rooney, if you don't do something he wants, he's gonna tear strips off you. Vidic is gonna tear strips off you. Rio's gonna tear strips off you. Earlier, obviously, you'd have Roy Keane that would just fucking scream at you and demand the standards. He said, and you've got all of those sort of personalities doing that. He said, Giggs was quiet with it, but he'd go, hey, needs to be fucking better than that. He said, and then Scholes would take the piss out of you in 2 words, but kill you. He goes, Scholes would be harsher than Keane, but quiet with it, and he would kill you just as much as Roy Keane has. Oh, he goes, he would go and he would just go, you're shit, or something along those lines. And he goes, it would kill you more than Roy Keane threatening to batter you.
Yeah, screaming and all that, but actually, he just cuts.
Just
through
Paul
and makes
Scholes
sure
going,
fucking quit.
shit you.
I'm going to quit football now.
Gary Jones.
I wonder who he's crumbled. Like
Gary Jones asked the question, Ste and Jay, do you remember a Man United player called Danny Wallace? My dad was in the Southampton Academy with him. Apparently he won the Cup Winners' Cup at United. Yes, I do remember Danny Wallace. Came obviously from Southampton. One of the signings where we bought quite a few signings towards the late 80s with Neil Webb, Danny Wallace. I think Mark Hughes had come a little bit before then as well. But there was, I think Danny Wallace, he had MS, didn't he? And he had the early signs of MS actually when he was still at United. He was sort of slowed down. He's a very pacey young winger. And, no one could work out. His form deserted him. It was like, it's the move, it's too big for him and all that. And it turns out, it transpires, he had MS. and I think now I think he can still just about walk. He uses a Zimmer frame or walking stick, whatever. But especially when he first came to United, when he was at Southampton, he was a phenomenal player.
He was better. Did he win the cup in 1990 as well?
Yeah, he won the FA Cup. He was on the bench in 1991. I did a thing. Let me see if I can find it. I can find a picture of me and Danny Wallace at the cliff.
I remember him saying like he would go to control a ball and shin it, or he couldn't get it, and he was like, "What the fuck is wrong with me?" sort of thing. And then it took him a long time to figure it out, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. I've got
horrible, that, innit?
Yeah,
heartbreaking that.
And I think it was no one knew about it, and
so rare with footballers as well.
Never heard of that.
I mean, he was in his 20s, wasn't he? Wasn't that young?
Yeah, like he's literally, he basically came to United, big money move. I think he was in the England team. Came to United, it was like, when I say a big money move, like 1.3 million or something. Yeah. And then he's like, everyone was like, what's going on with him? Because he played against us and been mint.
Because it was like him, Lee Sharp, Ryan Giggs. There was a handful of like speedy little wingers that we had.
I've sent you a picture there, Callum, if you want to get it on the thing of Danny Wallace. Yeah, and when you say nippy little winger.
Yeah, he was little.
He was tiny. Let us know when you can get that picture up.
Him and Paul Parker, what, about 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", something
they
like
make
that.
Lissandro Martinez look lanky. Yeah, very small. But no, good player, and it was sad what happened to him, but I think I think now he gets the respect. What are you laughing at?
Just Paul Parker, Arsenal are in the lead, and it's a goal.
Oh, they've scored. That is the best watch-along ever. Have you seen that? No. Paul Parker's doing a watch-along, right? You talk about couldn't give a fuck, right? He's doing a watch-along, and what he just did is what Paul Parker does. He goes, the game's kicked, and Arsenal have scored, and you're like, what? Like, he just doesn't care. He's like,
it's on Soccer Saturday, innit, where they're all just sitting around.
Yeah.
Shows his picture. This is how small Danny Wallace was. That's me when I was 13.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Aye.
What, you on the right?
Yes.
It's mad seeing you with hair, Jay.
I know.
I love it.
I'm looking very happy there, as you can see.
Slim kid.
I know. Well,
Are you 13 there?
Yeah, I think so. 93, that would have been.
You look
how baggy the shirts are.
Yeah, man.
It's a good shirt, though.
Yeah, those are the days when you could just go down the cliff and hug people, players.
Do you know who that is on the right?
Yeah, it's my mate, Wesley Fagan.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, are you two the same age?
Yes.
Fuck off!
No, he was a year younger than me.
That's your son?
He was a year younger than me.
Jesus!
Yeah.
You grew up fast.
I used to be tall for me.
I was going to say,
and then I stopped growing in like 5th year and didn't. Yeah, that was the end of that.
Fucking hell.
So we do remember Danny Wallace, Gary Jones. We remember him well, and we wish him well as well. James Wood says, Glazer's out, party outside the scoreboard end when they go. Fucking hell, when they go, it'll be the party of all parties.
I said I actually think it might even get celebrated like a title win.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It'll be like 2008, bro.
How busy
yeah.
Just fucking everyone getting
selling
bladders.
dodos.
Yeah, there's vuvuzelas and that.
Yeah.
Just getting absolutely.
Selling that 4, shut me dick, give me 5.
Everyone's going to spin around and go.
Yes, 100%, man. It'll be a proper party. And I hope maybe. What do you reckon?
Getting back on it.
No.
On the schnizzle.
I'm not.
Pound a sniff when Glazers go. Pound a sniff when Glazers go.
No, I can't have the Glazers going and my access to my children at the same time as well.
Oh, there's only a weekend, Jay.
Yeah, we're all right. Do you think there is light at the end of the tunnel? Are you getting any? I know you've been covering this on your own channel about potential bids and all this stuff. Do you feel like? I know we ask this all the time. Is this the end?
More so than ever before,
end?
but realistically, it's been like Fort Knox before. There's been nothing, no talks, anything. It's just like, fuck off, we own it in a bit. Your interest rates are going up across the world because of all the things going on.
Yeah.
When you've got £600 million worth of debt, it's got to make you worry a little bit, and you're entering a global recession. Is the TV money going to hold out? Listen, cash your chips in and fuck off. How about that?
Yeah, been saying that for a while. Well said. Thomas Sandfield says, I'm late to the party. Is it another bid? Not really. We'll just talk about the fact that they're taking the piss. Kristen Matthews says, not related, but got any predictions for the winner of the FIFA World Cup? Forgot how it was on.
FIFA president. He'll come out winning. Have
you ever seen the Andy Cole interview about the World Cup? I need to find Andy Cole interview. This is my favourite ever thing.
Aren't we almost ready for Brazil to win it again? They seem like they're sort of their first 11 is absolutely right good. Brazil's. Have you seen it recently?
Yeah, but are they taking 12 defenders?
Yeah. No, honestly, I think Brazil. I think their first team is so good, and they've got very good options on the bench as well. Yeah. If you look at some of their teams for like the most recent lineups, they're unbelievable. Who do you think is going to win it today?
Honestly, not sure.
This is an interview Andy Cole did a few years ago about the World Cup, and I love Andy Cole. He's one of my favourite ever players, right? And he went up in my. You've interviewed him, haven't you? He went up in my estimation after this. So this is a World Cup. This is a Squawker exclusive, right? So you've got an exclusive.
He's not chatty, is he?
No, he's not. He's not. I don't mind that. He's,
I bent his ear off once in ampersand, and he must have said 4 words to the 5,000 I said.
Bless him. So this is a World Cup Q&A, an exclusive with Andrew Cole. So winner, ? He says Brazil. All right.
For this World Cup?
No, this is, I think, 2014 or whatever.
I copied him.
Right, okay, fine. Dark horse. Who's your dark horse, Andy?
Yeah. Well, who were they at the time? Who were they? Like Belgium was just getting
someone like that, or you might, whatever.
Yeah.
Argentina or whatever.
Colombia.
Yeah. Something like that. What did he say?
I ain't got one, to be honest. Right?
Right. Well.
Golden Boot, top scorer, yeah? If Argentina do well, then it's got to be Messi. All right?
Right.
Golden Ball, best player.
Yeah.
What do you think he said?
Well, again, maybe Messi. I think Neymar was basically like the biggest star in the world at the time, so maybe Neymar was an obvious choice there.
I don't know. There could be a surprise here. Someone could come out of nowhere and play well, so that's a tough one.
Still a better interview than Lee Martin.
That's true.
Sorry, not Lee Martin.
No, Clayton Blackmore. Yeah. Okay, so he didn't give an answer there.
Yeah.
Young player of the tournament.
Ooh, yeah, good question.
Again, this is...
When's it, 2014?
Yeah, this is when...
Who would it have been then? It might have been a Neymar or...
Yeah, Neymar
maybe a
was...
Pogba or someone. No, Pogba now was
Something like that, probably. Who did he say?
He said that's another tough one. There's so many young players at the World Cup that it could be someone that no one knows yet.
That's almost as good an interview as Phil Neal's.
I love that. I love how...
Are we going there?
Hey, if you want to go, I didn't write it. Jamie Jackson did.
That is horrendous. It is
the worst interview ever.
It is the worst interview ever.
Of all time.
What is it?
So, Jamie Jackson was doing... it's all right, I've got my phone.
Right, okay.
Jamie Jackson was doing...
Steve's background.
An interview ahead of the memorial of Howson.
Yeah.
Obviously, the disaster that happened ahead of the European Cup final between Juventus and Liverpool in 1985. So he's interviewing Phil Neal, who was the Liverpool captain at the time. You think that's a person that's got things to say on this, right? So Phil says, I love that Jamie Jackson printed this, by the way, but this is what Phil Neal says. I'd rather forget that night. It was an ordeal. But Jamie, why should I help you out? I'm helping you pay your mortgage. When people ask me for my view, they usually have to pay for it. So you're asking me to help for nothing, to pay your mortgage, Jamie. I mean, what do you want from me? I just thought that as the captain of Liverpool
This is Jamie Jackson,
This is Jamie Jackson.
Just
thought as the captain of Liverpool Football Club the night at Howson, it'd be good to hear your view. And he says, yes, but what do you want from me? If you want to talk for a few minutes, I'm helping you pay your mortgage. What am I getting in return? Do you know what I mean? He said, well, I've been to Italy, I've talked to some of the families of victims, and they say the trophy should be given back to Juventus to commemorate what happened. Then he goes, about Juventus, why are you asking me? Why are you asking someone on the Liverpool side? Juventus made amends very soon. Ask them, Jamie, I'm helping you pay your mortgage. People who want my views pay. I'm sorry, but everyone else I spoke to, great. So you spoke to people, you've got your views, you've got your Liverpool view, but if you want mine for free, well, people pay for them.
I mean, that's just...
And that's what he printed.
I love that he printed it.
I know. That's
to me,
amazing that Phil Neal did that.
Halfway through that and go, yeah, all right. I mean, you're not going to talk, are you?
Yeah.
He just kept...
It's actually a very good article. It's a very good article. People from Liverpool did end up talking to him.
Yeah.
And he got a lot of directors, players and stuff like that.
Which,
Platini actually got abused in Juventus. They don't count that European trophy after what happened, obviously. But Platini, I think, was it 1-0? 1-0 Platini?
So.
He celebrated scoring and has been completely fucking shunned by Juventus fans on the back of it.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do not like him. And Platini, I think Platini from midfield had several 20-plus goal seasons and was a Ballon d'Or winner, I think, at Juventus. They fucking hate him.
Fuck me.
Because of his actions following the disaster.
Bloody hell. Didn't know that at all.
Yeah, I mean, that is unreal. I mean, talk about read the bloody room. What are you up to this weekend?
We got a game for the first time in a while. League game, competitive game.
Oh.
We've also got the Manchester Cup next week as well, which looking forward to.
Manchester Cup. Go on.
We've drawn Denton in that, who knocked us out in the last year.
Is that near you, Denton?
So we're in Withenshaw tomorrow. Free entry. There's no football on this weekend. Come and fucking watch. Support the Paddock. Bring flares. Do what you want.
Nice.
get in the fucking mix. There'll be some good football from us this week.
Just before I get to you, get some chats. Red Baron says, Joe, what conditioner do you use? Asking for a mate.
Don't use a conditioner. Just use a very cheap shampoo from Aldi and a bit of extra virgin olive oil post shower.
James Wood says, Steve, get yourself a bottle of rum with this mate for getting Scousers nibbling, apparently. Yeah, he says he sent a super chat.
That was on my, in this period of dominance, United have finished above Liverpool 40% of the time.
I did love that. That was good shit.
The amount of people going, why are you talking shit? Like, it's literally factual. It's just stats.
It's literally factual. Nothing bad. There's literally
There's no opinion in it.
There's no opinion.
It's just,
there's no political agenda.
It's just factual. Sean asks, Jay, what conditioner do you use? Asking for Ten Hag. I use a new conditioner. It's called urine. Go on. What do you? I don't really piss on my head. What do you?
Why?
What are you up to
Why
this weekend?
not?
I don't know. Go on. What are you up to this weekend?
This weekend.
he's going to that fucking band that he's
Buena Vista Social Club.
What are they called?
Buena Vista Social Club. There's a film that in the documentary. Whatever.
Then I'm meeting a couple of people outside a wellness retreat tomorrow night.
What?
A couple of people I know going to a wellness and yoga retreat.
Right.
And then I'm meeting them afterwards and just seeing.
What do you do? You do yoga. What else do you do at wellness?
Piss on your head and
retreat. Just
sort of think about like just how giving Mother Nature is.
Swimming and that.
What the fuck are you on about?
I'm not going to it. Don't look at me like that.
All right.
With your head. Do you know when you go up the mountain and sort of find yourself?
I don't find myself.
You do. You find yourself screaming and that.
And?
Yeah. That's basically a wellness retreat.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it's a sickness retreat.
Miles says it sounds like a cult, Joe.
Does.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a cult, is it? Because if it was a cult, how can we all get given robes at the start? How many cults take away, they don't give.
Yeah.
What about you? What are you doing? Are you just watching films and that?
Watching films and that. Might go for a run.
What are you doing on Sunday? You're so coy about this Sunday activity.
What do you mean? What am I doing on
Yeah,
Sunday?
that's something you're hiding something.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm that
Saturday night's film
boring.
night and then Sunday.
I don't
we'll
know. I haven't got
see.
anything planned. Do you know what I
Really?
mean? So why do you want to meet up?
I'm busy.
What?
This Sunday.
You said you weren't that busy on Sundays.
Nah,
That's why
I'm ill.
What? You're ill on Sunday?
I think so.
All right, me and Steele just do some of them.
Well, what
won't
are
we?
you two
No,
doing
we
then?
won't.
All right, okay, we won't. All right.
Oh, yeah, I will.
I didn't want. It's good. It's actually a good job because I've got things to do on Sunday. I'm conditioning my hair.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway,
I'm going to go chase the demons around the woods again, I think. 20k last weekend.
the boy.
Yeah,
Up a fucking hill, that was like yad.
it's not good, that.
Yay big. Make sure you're checking out Stephen Howson on his channel.
Didn't even get to where I was going.
And also check
4
out
hours.
Paddock FC and anything else he's been up to as well. Vibe with Five and all that stuff. Make sure you're checking out him on Sloppy Joe's. They've got a really good producer this week,
Yeah,
I believe.
got Jay coming on for next week.
Do you know what I mean? So check that out. You know where to find me as well. Make sure as well you're checking out all the other videos and the Paddock merch. There's a link in the description using the code Paddock20. This has been The Brew. #Glazers out. Don't forget that. Thanks for watching.